This is, both of these are paints, acrylic paints, and I used sponges, a natural sponge and then a man-made sponge, two different sizes, and did that. And I, of course, had to move this also to make these. They didn't stick so much. They really gave me my favorite. I like the look of the paint, what the paint did with the sponges, and also using material. I tried that. Colors, just change the colors. It doesn't take very long to make this when I use the paint. The markers take longer. That's what I brought today, so I'll show you that the works with the markers. But the paints, I did like earth colors. I just thought because it was a circle, earth colors, see what that was like. And like I said, I had to move it, otherwise it wouldn't. It just almost did the same thing over because there's not a lot of resistance.
Can we see how fast those are?
Oh, sure.
Wow.
You can see the little ridges that are here that push them up, and when this moves, I'll show you what it looks like.
This is a toy?
It is.
And
Was a toy.
And for the
A little fish, and it's a little fishing, and they have magnets.
oh yeah,
And
I
you put
remember
the
that
little-
now. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
they have metal.
Yeah.
And then the fishing line has the
Right.
metal.
I remember that. And they jump up.
Yes,
And you
and
pick them up with the
they open their
magnet.
mouth, and then
Uh-huh.
the ones that are being pushed
Oh, I
up.
missed that. That's cute.
Yeah.
You painted this?
Yes, I spray painted this so that it didn't look like that.
Oh.
That's what happened. That's what you suggested. Is
What
that
color
I
was it originally?
It was yellow and it had little fish stickers on it. So,
Are you going to paint it back for your
oh,
granddaughter?
that's right. No, I'm going to slip it back in the box and see if she notices.
And then
Like,
this?
what's this?
And this was just board, and I guess I could have painted that. I just ran out of time, unfortunately. My husband did cut that and put these bolts in there. What that does is it holds the paper, which I've taped at the top here, onto this. I can show you both ways. When I did it both ways, I used this, and then I also used, just taped it to the bolts, the paper, and it gave it a little bit more flexibility. And so, now see, because they're not sticking, there's probably not a lot of work. Well, there is some, there's some, but if it doesn't stop once or twice, like if I put this down a little bit lower, I would get more marks, but it will also stall it. Let's see. I put the, but that's made some of the more interesting things. And what it is I put the taller ones more on the outside. See, that all I did was, but also if I do this, now I'm also not very mechanical, about as mechanical as those snails you used in your art project. So this is about as mechanical as I could get. So it's something that did it on its own, it's kind of what I had to work with. What date? I have it. Here. I have it.
One of the things that that was brought up last class when you weren't here was that just the gender difference in the way the project was solved.
This looks like the guy that did it.
Well, just the interesting differences between male and female solutions of this project, and so you're not a tinkerer either. You're not
not at
mechanical.
all, not one bit.
So your idea was to find something that and modify it.
And not modify it like a lot of these guys, taking it apart.
Right.
I would have burnt the whole apartment building down if I'd done like you.
Really?
If I had done anything electrical, I probably wouldn't be here. So I had to use something that wouldn't shock me or wouldn't place down there.
Your first drawing was of a mother and child. Oh no, of a child.
The three children.
Three children.
eating, and
But wasn't there also a mother and one of them.
Right, it looked like it was an older person feeding a child, you're right, but the hand was rather old looking.
And then you did a presentation in Mary Cassatt, which is women and children.
Right.
And then this is a children's toy.
Yes.
Do you think that's a coincidence, or is there something that
This was, it could be, but it could be availability too with this.
but lots of things are available to you.
That's true.
But
Like
yet
I did think of using the blender too,
But you seem to really obviously gravitate towards
the
that.
children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's something that you've given more thought to.
It's simple and childlike, maybe, I don't know.
She takes care of her grandchildren, so she's around her grandchildren a lot.
Yeah, so they
So
give me
she
inspiration.
She sees them playing all the time, so this was probably much more in her thoughts than
Maybe.
other things would be.
Right, and I am really not very mechanical
Right.
in any other way, you know,
You
I'm
don't-
not even interested in mechanical things.
You don't cook that much.
I cook a lot, but I don't,
She don't work with the tools.
oh,
She
don't-
just
but I
buys
don't
them.
build, I don't build, I can build meals, I can't. And I would say, I think there, like, I do have granddaughters that are very mechanical, so I don't think it was all strictly female.
Sure.
I just think of me as a person, I'm just not a very mechanical person.
Well, I think the way we grew up as opposed to the younger ones, they're brought up to think they could do anything. And when we were young, you know, you did what girl stuff did and the boy did boy stuff. So.
Yeah, it's true, that's probably part of it too, no.